Let's see here. Yahoo! We got a new mouse unboxing, and, well, not first look for me. I have an MM710. I do not have an MM711. Jared over here, you probably have a 711, right?
I have both.
Okay, so there you go. He's gonna be, because he has not, he wanted the, what do you want to call this? The Retro Edition, or the Corona-chan Edition, MM711. It's a bit late. We're still technically within that, I guess. Yeah. So it's not a problem technically. It did take like a good 9 months or so to finally come out, but it's here.
When did they start marketing this thing? It was like April?
Yeah, I want to say April, maybe for that initial design concept. I know I paid for it like June. So, or did the donation around June or May or June, somewhere in there. So, apparently it takes a good 9+ months to make a different color.
Well, they actually, I don't know. I think they probably did a little bit different brushing, because is this actually going to be metallic, do you think?
I don't know.
Well, let's take a seat.
Let's crack her open.
Oh, wonderful.
He's rocking the Cerakoted white Tuck XL today. I still want to get, they had an orange one. It was pretty dope.
Actually, wants to pop open nice.
It's your standard Corsair packaging.
Ooh.
Cooler Master packaging.
There you go.
That's a nice looking cable. You know? It's a nice, like, matte, or I'm gonna say like.
Oh,
ooh, it is metallic. It's because they have whole metallic mice now.
Ooh.
Oh,
ooh,
it's looking pretty good.
Look at that.
I do like the gray.
That's
like,
nice, actually. It's kind of like a beige.
Yep. That's what it's supposed to be. I think it should have been beige though too, personally.
You can always put grips on the sides. Is there anything else in the box? Oh, extra feet.
There you go. Strain relief is actually pretty decent on this one, I would say, compared to some brands where that would be rock hard. You know, that cable I'd say is a bit more muted, but it matches. I would say, like that muted orange.
Actually, I haven't held on to the 710 in like probably 2 weeks.
There you go.
It still feels like a classic to me.
Yeah, it's not a bad shape.
Ooh, the side buttons feel different for some reason.
Yeah, good or bad?
These feel like they actuate a little more. Do you have your 710 down here? Those feel different.
No, it's upstairs.
Oh.
I actually put mice away. Finally, because like they were just stacked up in piles down here. Since that we did the.
That feels really different from the my 710, which I think I got one of the
early ones.
Still does that.
Oh yeah. Here. Guys, just so you know, if you need, do we know if that does forward or back?
It's back.
So yeah, if you're ever in a pinch, and you need to use your back button and you can't be bothered to like press it. Yeah. You just squeeze real hard.
I was wondering if this could fix that in the build quality.
No.
I got like one of the first like batches, and it was just my mouse. You just squeeze it a little bit and it goes. And it's like, oh, time to click.
I don't think without reinforcing the chassis there, they would fix that.
You should add a couple grams. Will be good.
Like it's actually strong. Go back here. It's actually stronger, probably where the cutouts are, than it is where there aren't cutouts. Yeah, it's crazy one. It's like it feels stronger by the cutouts.
I think because it's near the. Oh yeah, no, you can see the entire thing just bend in when you push.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, regardless though. Oh my god, this is really pretty. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have a 711, and then I knew this one was on order. That's why I never, like, you guys were like, oh, why don't you buy a 711 or one of these? You know, they did like the red one, the gold one, all that sort of stuff. Well, that's why. Is because, you know, this was purchased, or how should I put this? Like, they had a design contest, right? And then this, I really like this design. Like, they did a good job with it. And then you donated to get $30 off the mouse through the Cooler Master store. So you donate $30. You could donate more. You know, you just had to do at least $30 to get $30 off. And then they essentially, that's like them being able to write that off essentially. And then you get this.
I think mine at home is just way more broken in than this is.
Probably. And with how not strong the shell is on it, I would imagine this mouse actually breaks in, unlike some mice.
Does this one come with the plastic on the feet?
I don't know. It feels pretty slippy for it. Like, if it did, I don't think it does.
I was rocking my 710 for like 2 weeks with the plastic on, and I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, to me this feels far too slippery to have the plastic on the feet.
Yeah, then when I got my 711, I was like, okay, gotta get the plastic feet off right away, and then they didn't actually have it on there. So
yeah, I think it's because they changed the feet. If you notice, like, they're rounded now on here. Like, the edges of them are rounded off. Like, do you see, like, the lip there?
yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas the original ones were very square.
Okay.
And I would say, generally, for your average person, the rounded is a better thing. Just because, like, if you have any sort of... Like, it doesn't catch on stuff. Like, if you have a cloth pad or something that's really soft, the non-rounded feet tend to bite into it. On a hard surface like this is like a... What do you want to say? A fake wood veneer? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like using it on your desk. You know, so that's the rounded feet tend to do better for that. So here's a side shot for you guys. We'll give her a 360.
Can't forget about this.
Oh yeah, you got the purple. Yeah, I like that. I also like that their logo now is just the outline.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's a good design decision. To be truthful, I'd probably still take the the 720.
720 is really nice mouse.
Yeah.
Squeeze let me borrow that for a while. It's really nice.
Yep, and they had a... So, and everybody thought, like, that's why this was so delayed, was because, like, the 720 came out. I'm like, you can't... Okay, fine, but you still can't just not put out an entire mouse that people donated for just because you put out a new mouse, right? Like, that's not how...
I wish I would have brought my 711 here to actually compare them.
But, this one looks super duper nice. If you ask me, like, it was worth the wait. Now, should the wait have been that long? Probably not.
Respawn was more important. Take priority.
There's nothing to it. They designed that shape 15 years ago.
True.
And then they redesigned it with the Zornet 2 5 years ago, which I also reviewed because they sent one of those to us. They would not send us the Respawn though for review.
It feels so different. I'm sorry. I'm just geeking out over that right now.
They might have updated some stuff. I mean, this is the newest, like, the newest one they have, essentially, is this one.
I might actually reorder one, see if it's different. Because if it feels like this, actually, to have them.
Yeah, they have like the gold one, the...
Oh, yeah, they did start releasing those. What was it? I think God.
I do like this texture, though. It's a nice finish. This mouse is probably going to stay out, and I'm probably going to use it.
Yeah, I would use it myself.
Maybe it's like one of the mice down here or something. Just because
It's nice.
I have plenty of mice upstairs on the and the 711 is a mouse, guys, that even with my palm grip, it's a little small for me, but I can use it. It's a nice, decent mouse. It's more generic, I would say, than the 720, because the 720 is very unique shape. But there are many mice I would use over that mouse. Personally.
This plastic's really nice.
The other thing that I've always not liked about this design is, you see that little thing? I call that a fang right there. I don't like that. And actually, this side is not a problem for me. It's this side with my grip. What can happen is my finger can prevent it from clicking. So what you can do is have this finger here, and you're overlapping the edge of the click. So that's why you'll see a lot of mice where this just goes straight out to the edge. Like this, there isn't like an overhang there.
See, me personally, I don't have any issues like that with the mouse.
Now this one's a little bit bigger. You see, I generally clear it. But if my finger's up there, then I can actually prevent myself from being able to scope in. Now this mouse, it's not that bad on. It's just something to be aware of, especially if your hand is bigger than mine, because you would probably grip up even farther than I would. The lance head was far worse. It had that same... Is it stronger on the right side?
Yeah, no, this doesn't like push in at all. Well, there's no buttons to push in.
Right, but I mean, I don't know if you could feel it flex.
No, it doesn't flex.
Yeah, so it's because of the cutout for the buttons, I would imagine. Oh, no.
Oh, it does do that.
Oh, yeah, she flexes a lot. Okay, so Cooler Master, maybe look into the internals of this, you know.
Regardless.
I know everybody wants the lightest mouse ever. The one thing I did appreciate with the 710 and the 711 is that they made non-RGB versions, and they made them first. That probably took a hit in their sales, though, because literally having RGB in the name makes it sell better, and having gaming. That's why if you look at EVGA's graphics cards, they always say they're gaming graphics cards, not just graphics cards, because just having gaming in there gets some better search optimization, which I think is madness. You know what I mean? But dude, you can't beat the algorithm, right? You just all bound down to the algorithm.
That's true.
The algorithm is all powerful. So yeah, if you guys ever were interested in the Corona-chan retro MM711, here she is, and I think it's looking pretty good. And I think you can buy these without having donated now. Like, they have enough of them. Like, they've already fulfilled.
Well, I'm gonna go buy one of those real quick.
They are full price though, so like $60.
I thought they usually sells for $50.
Yep, this one's $60.
Oh, huh.
Because it's a limited edition, whatever model. I think those gold ones also sell for $60 instead of $50.
Weren't they gonna release like a bigger batch of colors at one point?
Yep, I don't know if they will anymore. Because apparently a lot of people think the reason why this got delayed too is they're working on a new. Because the 720 wasn't really a new mouse. You know what I mean? It sounds like they're actually working on like a new mouse.
New shape altogether?
Yeah, or maybe like a modified version of like existing stuff, but like not just rehashing the same. Because this is a rehash shape from one of their like really low end mice from years ago.
Master Mouse House.
Yeah, so which was a good shape. It's just that was already a cheap mouse, so maybe putting holes in it. You know,
if they had this shape with like some more like right hand oriented instead of more ergo-oriented, I honestly would really love it.
All of their. Well, that's where you get the 720.
Yeah, but it's like too ergo for me.
that's
just like, oh, here's a handprint.
Have you not tried?
No, I've had it.
Because no, like there was the Elcor, the Mizar, and then the MM510 or 520 and 530. One of those it's like a Death Adder shape essentially.
Okay.
A little bit different. It's a good shape.
I have yet to try them.
But they didn't have it at Best Buy for a while. I don't think they still do. Like they don't really make it anymore. So like if you see them on Amazon, they're like $20 because.
What year?
2-3 years ago, I want to say. It was after the Zornet 2.
I wasn't in the mice market at that point.
Yeah, no, and those are good shapes. And I actually sought out the Elcor was never sold in the U.S. It was only sold in Europe, and I did end up getting a hold of one because back when it was the Mizar and Elcor, which that's going all the way back to just after the original Zornet and the original Spawn. Those came out after those did, a couple years after.
Okay.
The Elcor was the optical one. And then the Mizar, which is the one a lot of pros actually end up using, because that's what they're paid to use. People wonder what mice pros use. It turns out they use whatever they get paid to use.
Oh.
People don't realize that. Why do you think the Razer players use Razer peripherals? You know?
Paid.
Yeah. So people don't, pros don't always use, you get to think, oh, I'm going to use that mouse because the pro uses it. The pro doesn't necessarily use it because they like it. That's probably, of their selection that they're given, that's probably the one they liked the most. And that also shows you that you don't need an exact mouse to be as good as a pro, because, they use whatever the heck they're kind of given. But, yeah, they would use the Mizar. But the Mizar had, a bunch of better stuff about it, but it was a laser sensor. The Elcor had, no side grips. It was just raw plastic. It had just a rubber cable. And I wanted that one, even though it was only optical. So I did eventually get my hands on one of those, and then later on they fixed it because they once again re-released the same shape with updated stuff inside.
Okay.
That's also when they finally released a Palm version of the what's essentially the 720. So they make a bigger version of that. It's not very good though. So if you want to take the little twisty tie off, you can, because I'll probably plug it in down here already. I don't have a monitor down here right now, though. See, it's just a computer, so...
Give me a moment.
It's fine. Well, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the unboxing and first look and discussion over the MM711. If you like it, go snap one up. I do believe this one is only available directly through Cooler Master themselves. They have their own store. It did take a while to get here, but, yeah, I think it was worth the wait. Let us know what you think down in the comments, and, you know, hopefully we'll see you next time. Subscribe and then get some notifications for future mouse videos. I tend to get some unique stuff that what your standard reviewer might not, you know. And see you in the next one.